Time now for Utah's most accurate forecast with Thomas Geboy. Weather rates certified 11 years in a row.
Good afternoon, Utah, and happy Friday. We get unsettled weather in northern Utah today because that just seems like that has been the trend, while southern Utah looks to stay mostly dry. So during the overnight hours, we saw high pressure briefly build in, and the key word there is briefly because that has already moved out of the way. Energy coming in from our northwest. You can see a swath of showers coming in from the northwest, and with that northwesterly flow, that moisture continues to work its way in, and we're seeing those showers developing along the Wasatch Front. We're mainly seeing valley rain and mountain snow. Most of what we're seeing is confined to Utah County and northward, but as we go throughout this afternoon, we could start to see a few showers stretch as far south as the I-70 corridor. So if you're in central Utah, a slight chance that a shower finds you, a good chance that a shower finds you. If you're in northern Utah and if you're south of I-70, you're looking mostly dry. Up in the mountains, we are seeing the times of snow showers. This is the view from Alta, where that snow is currently coming down, and you can actually tell. And just want to make note that Alta is not that far away from 900 inches. Maybe this storm can get us close, and maybe get us close to that line of 900 inches. And we do have a winter weather advisory for the Wasatch Mountains and for the western Uintas. That's now in effect. It began at noon, will continue through 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. 6 to 12 inches of snow a possibility, up to 15 inches possible for the Cottonwoods. So we could see some healthy snow out of this particular system. But for most mountains, I'm thinking we'll see anywhere between 2 and 8 with isolated up to 12. Meanwhile, in our valleys, again, expecting mainly rain, where we'll pick up anywhere from a tenth to a quarter of an inch, so not that much in the terms of moisture. But of course, we'll take anything that we can get to help the drought situation. And as mentioned, if you're in southern Utah, you're going to be staying mostly dry as we go through today. Here's the current view from Ensign Peak looking down to the Salt Lake Valley. You can definitely tell that the mountains are seeing some showers. We got a few spotty showers even in the Salt Lake Valley. But here at the top of Ensign Peak, we're staying dry for right now. We're sitting at 51 degrees in Salt Lake. It's a little bit breezy out there, and it will remain breezy as we go throughout today. And it will be breezy really throughout most of the state. But down in southern Utah, an absolutely beautiful view from Zion National Park. Not a cloud in the sky. And remember, tomorrow is Earth Day, so you can actually go to the national parks for free. And why wouldn't you, with the views that we get from the Mighty Five that we have here in the Beehive State? We're sitting at 38 degrees in Logan. So for Logan, we're actually seeing some mixed precipitation. Not seeing too many issues, but the roadways are running wet. 27 degrees right now in Park City, where we're seeing exclusively snow. 48 in Ogden. We're at 50 degrees in Moab, and we're sitting at 62 degrees in St. George. Now, as we go through the forecast for today and we zoom things in here, you'll see that in northern Utah, daytime highs are very close to what we're currently seeing. So a high of 51 in Salt Lake. As you make your way into the Wasatch back, daytime highs right around 40 degrees in Park City. Then we see 50s in the Uinta Basin. Good chance for wet weather no matter where you are in northern Utah, but as you make your way south, you'll see more of those sunshine icons. And then by the time we get down to southern Utah, high of 71 in Lake Powell, 78 degrees in St. George, and 70 degrees in Kanab. As we begin the Futurecast, 1 o'clock this afternoon, and from now through around 5, 6 o'clock, I think is the best chance for wet weather along the Wasatch Front. And as we go into this evening, showers will become more isolated to scattered in nature, and the trend will be, as we get into tonight, that wet weather gradually winding down. But you'll see even during the overnight hours, a few isolated showers going to be a possibility in northern Utah, and with that northwesterly flow and some lingering moisture, I wouldn't even rule out a few spotty showers first thing for our Saturday morning, but a ridge of high pressure will start to develop by tomorrow afternoon, and that'll lead to a pretty calm day across the state. And really, I think the weekend's looking pretty nice, and by this weekend, we'll start to go on a warming trend in northern Utah. But for the Salt Lake City Marathon, that begins tomorrow. A slight chance early in the morning, but I think by the afternoon, it's going to be a pretty nice day if you're going to be planning on racing or just running the marathon in downtown Salt Lake. Nice and cool, so not too warm out there, and that chance for wet weather will be going down. As for St. George, we get upper 70s for today and for tomorrow, low 80s Sunday into Monday. But on Monday, a storm system will move in, looking mostly dry in St. George, but I do think Iron County could see some wet weather. Temperatures come down a little bit on Tuesday with some gusty winds, all for those temperatures to come back up by the latter half of next week. Then along the Wasatch Front, a good chance for showers for today, just a slim chance early on Saturday, middle 60s by Sunday, so for the weekend looking pretty good. Then we bring in those chances for showers Monday into Tuesday of next week. Brian?